Hello, friends. My name is Matti McLean. I'm a Canadian Eurovision, and today I just have to ask Europe, are you okay? Like, you're doing a lot of really weird things that I don't think anyone was expecting you to do, and I just want to make sure that everyone there is fine. So, what just happened yesterday was the Eurovision second semi-finals of 2022. So, I think it's only fair that I make my predictions and my wants and the ones that went through. So after seeing all the performances, some of them really held up, other ones faltered a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in order of the presentation, and we're going to essentially slot them in where they want to go. Actually, no, screw that. I'm going to go from the ones I like least to the ones I like most. So my least favorites are fairly standard still. They're still holding over from the last one. My least favorite of the night is still Belgium. I don't think that the song is good enough to stand by itself, but apparently it is. So, you know, good for you for making it through. I don't quite understand how, but, you know, good on you, I guess. I have nothing nice to say. Anyways, speaking of nothing nice to say, also Israel. I definitely think that's probably my 17th place. It was the first qualifier that went through, that didn't go through, that I think didn't deserve to go through, so I was really happy it didn't qualify. That didn't make much sense when I said it out loud, but I know you get what I'm saying. What I'm trying to get at is, I don't think I like this song, and I was the target market for this song. I don't think people who listen to this song like the song, and I don't think it jived with Europe. And the more of him we kind of got, the less of him I wanted to see. Just kind of strikes me as someone who's not the nicest person, which isn't fair to say. But overall, I really don't think that it's not one of the songs that's going to stand up. It's not one I'm going to be reaching back for and being like, oh my god, Israel 2022. It's going to be like, I don't know. Israel normally does great, so this is kind of a shocker, but at the same time, I kind of get where they're coming from. The other song that didn't make it through that I'm kind of happy about was Malta. I really didn't jive with the song, thought that it wasn't very well done. She looked beautiful. That's good, right? I do think that she is beautiful. I think her voice is good, but on the night, just not clicking at all. I don't feel like her vocal performance was as strong as it could be. And yeah, just one of those ones that ended up being a little bit more of a disappointment than anything else. So not really surprised to see that one not go through. Funny enough, I think every song from here above was a song that I was rooting for in one way or another. At the bottom of that list is kind of hard for me to pick. I actually really liked Montenegro. I think Vladana has a beautiful voice. I loved the message of the song. I thought that what she did was interesting. Overall, I can understand why it didn't go through because it did have issues. It did have things that cropped up for it that I don't think made it a viable alternative to go forward. I don't know why they decided to saddle her with that giant disc on her back with the lights. I don't think it really needed it, but I do still love the song. I still love what it represents. I really enjoy her. Think she's beautiful. Overall, very, very fine song. I'm disappointed it won't go further, but unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. Next up for me would probably be North Macedonia. I think Andrea has a beautiful voice. I really like the song itself. Overall, I don't feel like it kind of stood the test of time. I feel like it's a really good half a song. Half of this song is very interesting and engaging, but unfortunately, it just kind of repeats after that. It really does go in a circle. It's a very circular song, which makes sense considering it's called Circles. But unlike other songs that are called Circles, this one doesn't have much behind it. There's not a lot there that you can really be like, oh, this is what makes this interesting, this is what makes this unique, and this is what makes this fun. So, not the best showing for North Macedonia, unfortunately. So, next up we have, I would put either Azerbaijan or Australia. I think Australia's maybe a bit lower, just because, well, they both did the same thing. Sad Boy on Stairs, singing on stairs. I liked the point in Australia where the stairs moved. I liked the point in Azerbaijan where the stairs moved. Australia's one is unapologetically queer, which I appreciate and I enjoy. But at the same time, I'm just like, well, I don't know. It didn't jive with me, unfortunately. I have to say that it was a bit of a letdown overall. Oh, I need to move Montenegro down to here. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to keep this here, and I'm just going to add a fifth one up here, so it's the fifth. Yeah, the Sad Boys, they're both in the finals. That's fine. It is what it is at this point. I can't stop it. But overall, I have to say I really wasn't overly impressed with either one of them. But, Europe was, so that's all that really matters in this case. This kind of kills me a little bit. Ella is one of my favorites going into the contest after seeing the live performance. I think she still looked beautiful. I think she still sounded beautiful. I loved the color palette they used. I loved the performance of it. Her vocals weren't quite as ethereal as they needed to be, and especially that song, which is so light, so effervescent, so almost wispy. It's like a mild breeze of a song that just kind of wraps you in that sense of wonder and comfort and interest, and I was a really big fan of the song going into it. I'm disappointed it won't go further, but after reviewing the performance again with some other cohorts of mine with the Think About Eurovision team, I can agree. I guess it's one that just didn't connect, and unfortunately this is all we get of it, but it was beautiful. I still love the song and will continue to listen to it for a long time. Going into the 10s here for me, it's kind of telling that most, like 3 of mine here aren't actually the qualifiers, but I think they do kind of fit in this category here. For me, I think the one that I would put in 10th place is probably Poland. It's just a shame because I like the song, but I feel like his performance is hampered by the Windows Media Maker effects that they're layering on top of it for no good reason. I really do like Akhn's voice. I think that he's very talented. I think he's very interesting. But unfortunately, I just don't see this performance jiving. And unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know how to fully explain my disappointment in what they've done with it. Because they have a great package, and then they wreck it with needless visual effects that cheapen it. It's just not good. I don't like what they've done with it. I don't like how it goes. They could just keep it to the stage in the song, and it would be a stronger, better package, in my opinion. You know what? I'm taking everything back. I'm going to move Cyprus up to my 10th place, and I'm putting Estonia in 11th, because I don't know how this qualified. I thought that it was competently done. I think he's very attractive, man. But I don't think that it was a good song. Definitely not one that's good enough to stand with everybody else that I'm going to put in the top 10. I feel like his performance was very flat, very lacking. He tried to bring as much energy as he could, but you could tell that it felt like there should have been more there. There should have been something else going on, rather than just him on stage with a guitar that you knew he couldn't actually play. It was just a weird choice, and I don't quite understand what they were going with there. So, you know what? I'm more comfortable putting Estonia there than I am putting other ones. Next up for me would be Finland. I really thought that the way they started off was interesting. It reminded me of It, where he's just holding the balloon. I like the balloons. I'm surprised I haven't seen balloons on stage before in Eurovision. Not that I can think of, at least, but that was a really smart, cool, well done choice that I really thought was interesting. Definitely gave them a visual identity. I'm excited to see what they do in the final. I'm still not a fan of the lyrics of the song. I think it's very clunkily written, but I'm not complaining. It's still fun. It's still interesting. It's engaging. And yeah, overall, I think they did a really, really good job. Speaking of good job, I would have to say good job to Brooke from Ireland. I think she did what she could with the song. Her choreography was good. Her vocals were good. There was nothing really else she could have done. I don't think the song was the best song, but I think she performed it as well as she could. And I respect that. I think that overall, good package, tidy performance, very clean. I think I had a lot of fun watching her, and I think she had a lot of fun doing it. So that's good. That's what I want to see more of. So good job on you, Brooke. Band that completely changed my mind about them was Georgia. I wasn't rooting for them going in. I didn't like the song. I didn't find the song interesting. It wasn't something I was engaged with. But they really did a good job. And as wacky and wild as it was, they did really cool elements with it. They were a little fenced in, I guess. They didn't really do anything beyond just standing there and playing their instruments, which you knew they weren't actually playing. It's kind of a weird dichotomy, but the vocals were solid. The song itself grew on me, and they did some really interesting performance aspects that were really, really well done. So overall, San Marino was the other one that grew on me. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. I didn't like the song going in. I think that they did a wonderful job at capturing like strong bisexual energy, very rock chic, very interesting, very engaging, a lot of fun, and just something that this contest needed so badly. And I'm actually disappointed it's not going to be in the final, because I think they could have stood a shot of being one of the best results San Marino has ever had. So it kind of hurts me that San Marino's not going to be there, because they went all in on this, and you could tell, and it was so good. And yeah, I just have to say, kudos to you. I really loved it. This is where things are going to get tricky, because I love all four of these performances equally. I think Sweden, as a surprise to myself, I don't think it was as strong as the other ones. And Sweden's still my favorite to win. I know Ukraine's there, so it's probably not going to. But Sweden itself, this is a beautiful song, really well done. I love Cornelia. I think that her voice is so interesting and unique and beautiful. She has such this beautiful presence to her on stage, very peaceful, very interesting, very engaging. So I really love what Sweden did here. Overall, though, I think that the other three, for me personally, were just an inch above. And rounding out that bottom of the list, I have to say, is Romania. I love Urs. He's so cool. I think that he's bringing so much fun to the contest. Thank God he's in the final. I think that Spain voting probably helped them out a little bit, but I really enjoyed what he did. I really enjoyed the performance. The song still grows on me. And overall, still one of my favorites. Very happy it's in the final. Speaking of happy it's in the final, Czech Republic. I'm kind of disappointed that they're going to open the show, but at the same time, I'm not mad at it. I think that it's a good place for them. I think that they stand a good chance of doing very well. I'm hoping top 10, in my opinion, but we'll see. I think she did a great job. I love that one shot, the one Jaws shot they did where they're actually panning and then bringing her in as the chorus just gets ready to drop, and it's just really well done. Very cool. Really enjoyed how they presented it on stage, and it just became very interesting and engaging. So good on you, Czech Republic. But number one, I don't think is a surprise to anyone, is Serbia. Everyone loves this song. I didn't realize exactly how much I wanted this song in the final until they were the last one that was called, and I yelled so loud that my dog was absolutely terrified as to what I was saying. So overall, Serbia, very well done. I think Constructa is so interesting, so engaging, so much fun. And I'm excited to see what everyone else thinks as well. So let's click on this right here. The number 1 to 2 is Sweden and Australia. Interesting. Belgium in the top. That's a choice. And Cyprus as well. Okay. Interesting. Interesting that their number 1 is Australia. I didn't see that coming, to be honest. But we'll see how this goes. Serbia, Ireland, Czech Republic, Estonia, higher than I would put, but that's fine. Finland. I don't think Georgia is last. I really don't. I really think that these three could easily go down. But, again, that's me. They did as much as they could with it. So, yeah, Azerbaijan. My only thoughts is leading into this, like, Europe, if you need to talk to someone, there are resources available. So just, reach out. There's help out there. Everyone's a sad boy this year. It's a bit weird. But overall, this is my opinions, and it's interesting to see how they compare with the rest of the world, especially because I can't vote, so I have no say in this. I'm just going along with the flow. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. But if you have any other questions, if you want to tell me what to do next, if you want to yell at me and tell me how wrong I am, you can find me online at The Big Shabam on Twitter and Instagram. And finally, if you like what I'm wearing, this is Tree of Life hoodie. You can find it online at onechicgeek.com. Thanks for watching. If you want to see me do more, like, subscribe, and tell me what else I can quiz or trivia or rank. So, all right. You guys have a good day.